Hey guys, it's another update on the tow tractor here. I've actually got quite a bit done since I made the last video. Um, but right here, this is the stinger. Yeah, it's all done. It's got the hinge down there, mount for that. I just got it wired up like that so we don't trip over it. But basically just unhook that from there and that'll sit down on the ground, and basically the fact that this can go right down on the ground, I gotta trim the mud flaps down, they're too big right now, but that can basically sit flat on the ground like that. And then I got these forks like that. They pop in there, and then basically the front axle of the tractor, or basically the front bumper on the deer, the forks basically just fit in right here, and you just pick the tractor up from the bumper. That axle's too thick. Well, it's really not too thick right there, but the fact that I'd be picking up on the steering linkage isn't really a good idea, so I just made this wide enough it'll still fit on the bumper and should still work. I made up these snatch blocks. They're just an old chain hook with 1/4-inch flat bar and basically a cable pulley mounted in there. And I gotta set this down. Hopefully you guys can see. But that just picks up tight against the bumper like that, and then the cable will pick up from there and it'll lift up. So that's just a little bit higher than how it would sit basically when you pick up the tow. That's a little bit higher than how it would sit. And I gotta just do some cleaning up on those tubes. Those kind of sink down a little bit, and it can fully articulate like that. I just gotta put a lock pin, make a lock pin for it here, and then this pin pops out like that, and then that whole system just pops off and you're left with a solid bar there. So I figured that would make it easy. Like if I figure out that I need something else different for towing different tractors, I can make up different stinger bar attachments. But it literally changes that easy. Like it's not hard at all to change. And for the most part, it'll hinge back to center too, the way I got it set up. Yeah, that's pretty much center there. So not that it's a big deal when you're towing, because it'll always pull straight. But the fact that I could probably drive around with the stinger up, like I'm not all the time, like I'll make a hinge or like a hanger up here to hang the stinger bar on. But the fact that I could drive around with that and it won't be flopping all over the place, I figured that'd be a good idea. And then the winch is mounted. That's the onboard tractor control. So basically, you just lean back in the seat, and you can operate the winch from back here. And then all the wires you can see over here. All the wires run underneath the tractor, over top of the tranny. And it's a little dark under there. I'll have to get a light to show you guys, but they all pretty much come up on the tranny pan, and the wires all coil up in there. It's got the reverse polarity switch there, and the antenna, it's too dark, I'll have to get a light though. The antenna's down there, but it's all pretty much wired except for the main ground and actually no, the main ground is hooked up on that. But because I got all the wiring and switches for the winch there, I got a truck battery for here for not really just for weight, but I'm going to hang it off the front. Basically for weight, but having there's a cat. Having the truck battery on there, I figured that way it will be a little bit better for constantly running the winch. Plus a little bit heavier. They're kind of meant more for this kind of stuff. Although it's a little overkill for a lawnmower, but that's half the fun of my builds. So, anyways, I'm gonna get a little bit more done, and I'll bring you guys back. All right, boys. I know it's not a Peterbilt, but I think that looks pretty sweet. Like, yeah, I like that. I think that looks sweet. And the that part of the stinger, it basically clears both sides, not like barely, rubs a little bit there, but I like that. I trimmed the sides down so it sticks out a little bit, but it's not too bad. I think that's sweet. I'm happy with that. There's now I got to I'm gonna pull the grill off because the guy that had this before me, you can't really tell, but there's that one bolt right there. There's nothing on this side, so you can grab the whole thing and wiggle it. So I'm gonna pull this all off, and then I'll probably just weld new brackets right to the frame coming out, and then I'll have to bring it out forward, probably through here. And I'll just bring it out here and then make it so I can mount the battery right in front of the grill. And then I'll put a bumper out here. So, anyways, I'll get the grill ripped off, and then I'll bring you guys back. Alright guys, I got the front bumper mounted, all made up. There it is there. So the bumper's pretty much done. I just got to touch up a few of the welds. Fuck. And I think it slopes down a little bit at the front. But, oh well. Worst comes worst, I'll just shim it up a little bit. But basically the hood, I got about studs on right about there for the grill to mount. And then I gotta make basically a platform for the battery to get held down on. But other than that, it's the front bumper is pretty much done. Everything on the back is done. I got the mud flaps on, stingers all done. It basically just needs paint now, but I'm going to do that after it's all, I got everything all built and together and make sure it works and all that. But I'm happy with the way this is turning out. All the electrical shit is in there. And once I get the grill and the hood back on, I'll probably do the exhaust on it. I'll put the muffler on as a little stack and get a flap on it, like a lot of you guys have told me to do. But yeah, so that's what she looks like right now. So anyways, that's about all the time I got for today. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the project. Sorry I haven't really been doing too many videos on it. This is only the second one, other than a little bit at the beginning of the romp video from the last romp. But yeah, so I'll probably do another one in a couple days after I get a little bit more done. But yeah, so anyways, until next time, we'll just basically just keep out of trouble. Just rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.